Kakadosh Bokoro, we're just continuing with halachot. Yesterday we started with Siman Kuf Mem Aleph Siv Zayin. If you remember, we were speaking about that when a person goes up to the Torah, you're supposed to go up on the shortest side and then come back on the opposite side. If it's going to be equal, so then you always go to the right. To do with the halachot of the Chazan, the same halacha would apply. What does that mean? For example, when they're taking the Sefer Torah, so when they're taking the Sefer Torah, they will always go to the, here you're going to go to the right, and then you're going to go to the left. Now here, what's the difference? Meaning, yesterday we spoke that when you're going to the Sefer Torah, it doesn't matter where you are in the Bet Knesset, it's not right and left. It's the shortest way and the longest way. Here, it's between right and left. So the reason is because since usually the Tevah is in the middle of the Bet Knesset, and you're coming from the Echal to the Tevah, so therefore, if you're going to go to either way is going to be the same. It's not short and long. So therefore here you will go after the right. So you always go to the right to show that the Torah was given with the right. So that's going to be the difference between one way and the other way. The Shu Torah Lishma, the Ben Ish Chai brings a very interesting question. Can I come now and go the longer way, but I'm going to go very quickly? Meaning I choose to go the longer way. And I'm going to be ki'ilu almost, I'm not running, you're not supposed to run, but I'm going to go a very quick way. So here the Ben Ish Chai says that you're not supposed to do that because Kvod Torah Nikar is dafka that you're taking, right? That you're taking the shortest way and not the longest way. Meaning it's not going to be because you want to come to go to the Torah. So therefore in such a fashion, even though it could be that you're going to go quicker and therefore you're outdoing the other way, you have to go the shortest way to go up to the Torah and the longest way when you're leaving the Torah. Now it's interesting, he says, when you're going to the Torah, you're not supposed to run, you're supposed to go quick. He says, Yesh lo lelech bizrizut miyad velo yarutz. You're not allowed to run, but you have to go quick. Why? Because you have kvod of the Bet Knesset and kvod tzibur. Meaning in a Bet Knesset, you're not supposed to run. Many times we see children running around all the time. You're supposed to tell them, kvod of the Bet Knesset is, they're not allowed to run. So therefore, in the Bet Knesset in itself, they're not allowed to run, but you go quickly. However, though, when you're leaving, right, and this is going from one, he says, Yelech benachat. You have to go also slowly. Velo yerutz, also the same thing. But if not, it looks that you're trying to get rid of it. So you're trying to leave. So therefore, that's the difference is that when you're coming to the Bet Knesset. Remember, when you're coming to the Bet Knesset, when you're far away, it's not nikar. So therefore, you don't start running. But when you're coming towards the Bet Knesset, that's when you're supposed to come very quickly to show that you want to come to the synagogue. When you're leaving, it shouldn't be that you're running out, that by the Leilul Shabbat you're already a foot out. It has to be that it's difficult for you to leave. We have to leave, we're forced to leave. What can we do? But we have to leave. So therefore, that's going to be the other halakha. So just to make a very, very quick summary, as we already mentioned yesterday, when you're going up to the Torah, it doesn't matter where you are in the synagogue, always the shortest way, right? When you're leaving that, you're always the opposite way. Even a lefty will also do the same thing, which means that he will also go, right, to the shortest way. Or if they've got a choice where it's equal, you'll always choose the right. Even a lefty will always choose the right path and not the left path. Well, the same halakha would apply to the Tevah when you're going from the Echal to the Tevah with the Sefer Torah. When you're going towards the Aliyot, and that's what we mentioned yesterday, that it was a concept, in order not to do Tircha de Tzibura, that they would actually have the person that got the Aliyah already there ready, so therefore when they finish the Mishibrach or whatever it is, they don't have to wait at all. And therefore they're going to start the next Aliyah immediately. But the concept is you have Kavod Tzibur, Kvod of the Bet Knesset, and Kvod of Sefer Torah. There's going to be three different kavods that we have to pay attention to every single time that we're doing anything to do with the Keilah.